So we will meet in Chinatown and we will talk to old people. Okay? Not we, you. Okay? Correct that. Now it's a bit controversial because we kept being picked out as we are quite different because the course starts during the holidays. Yes, it is true. Now, we start on what I think it's called O Week, the Freshman Orientation Week. It is a 5-day continuous program. We want you to warm up to one another, alright? That's important. And we are going to do quick and fast exercises on interpretation. We need to bend your mind, alright? So go and watch Matrix, okay? Or Inception. Things have to change. So I'm going to a Buddhist monastery. So after 5 days, you need to see the world in a really different way, and we're going to try very hard. So this is like a boot camp, okay? Fun boot camp, alright? But actually not quite, okay, never. Now, so module 1 actually stretches from the first week before term starts, and then we meet back weekly, alright? So it's Interpretative Studio plus Studio 1. Term 2 is when you will start a project. So potentially if you have, for example, again, Procter & Gamble or Boeing has a project, and we need to study airplane seats and how it may affect the senior citizens, the project would start here, okay? So the project could be anything about just data research or proposal of seats. So it's possible we have a real life seat sitting in the studio and you're doing work with it. It's very possible. It's very hands-on. Okay? Term 3, we'll continue with another set of studio, another set of challenge. Notice term 4, no module. Because the studios are going to be quite intensive, and usually in term 4 for many courses you are working towards your final exam, right? Design school, we don't have exam. Am I right? You are working towards your exams in February or January. So we do not want to touch you there. Okay? That's one of the reasons. We want to meet you back in term 1 in year 3 for 2 reasons. Alright? One is to obviously see through some of the projects, but especially for the non-design students, this is a great platform for you to carve out a final year project for yourself. Alright? Potentially there could be projects sitting here, you can adopt and push it into your final year project. This is one opportunity for you also to interact with design tutors, to have some kind of different refinement into how to approach your final year project. That is one of the reasons we purposely had this, we emptied this out and we proposed this. We wanted to see some continuity for the 30 to 40 students to join us to use design thinking as a way towards their final year project. Okay? It's on Wednesdays, 5:30 to 9:30. It's weekly. It's AM, no, it's PM. Alright? It's only once a week. Okay? Listen. Alright? One of the reasons it is this way because we want to open this up, and it's only 28 hours per week, per term. Alright? It's only once a week or not twice a week. Okay? So as I reiterated, it is going to be a multidisciplinary project. And we are living in a curious world where we can put different people together to come up with interesting new ideas. Some of you may be familiar with this. This is in New York. A group of people looked at the abandoned railway track, and then instead of building condominiums like certain countries, they decided to convert it into a park. So this one is a great long park, right? You walk along the abandoned railway track and people sit there and enjoy the city. This could be a project, but it's fantastic, right? They have transformed urban living. Okay? I want to show you some of our experiences with what we ran previously. Okay? These are the general things that we will be teaching you. How to interpret. Okay? Instead of looking at a project at just one dimension, we want you to look at like a kaleidoscope, at different viewpoints. Alright? It becomes really frustrating. You come back to it from different angles and next thing you say, hey, this looks quite different to me right now. We want to do that to you. Okay? We want you to start to do user research. You are developing a handphone. We want you to study how the hand holds something, how does it feel to hold something to the ear, and why does it get very irritating and sweaty when you keep talking to a person. Alright? So we want you to understand this kind of context. Knowing the human is very important in design thinking. Okay? Ideation. How do you come up with ideas? How do you propose ideas? And especially, how do you propose ideas when you're working with 5 different people? How do you exploit people from different disciplines to think and come up with new issues? Okay? I spoke about prototyping. Portfolio is good because some of you would like to go to SUTD. Alright? SUTD is very interesting because they don't only look at your GPA, they also want to see your portfolio. So especially for non-design students, after this Diploma Plus, you have a portfolio and have a ideating system quite different from other non-design or engineering students. Alright? So you can show someone like your future employer, I'm an engineering student, I'm a life sciences student, but I've gone through this and I know a particular way of thinking about projects. Okay? Now, what will we be doing on those 5 days in April when everybody is still sleeping till 2 p.m.? Okay? We will do exercises with you on how to interpret. Alright? We would give you a word, we will give you pieces of paper and twine rope, etc. and we want you to convert it. Okay? We may ask you to watch an MTV video clip and want you to translate that into a series of paper sculptures. Okay? We ran this last year with a group of students. So these are real students, not models, right? And they all come from different schools. I don't still understand this, but we did something very interesting over here. Okay? And as one of the exercises, it was very challenging, we gave the students verbs, active verbs like leaping. And then we gave them Lego bricks and say, make leaping. They want to punch me, alright? But it's interesting, after 4 hours, they have converted the idea through Lego bricks, and they would stand in front of us and then present it to us. Okay? So again, this group of students came from different courses. One of the projects we did, alright, very optimistic, Die a Good Death, with the group of students last year. We told them to study the elderly folks, especially those who are living alone, and what are the difficulties they are facing. And when students are 17, 18-year-old, death and becoming old is so distant, but after this project, it really hit them close to their face, that so many people are poor, old, and living a single life in Singapore. They could just die, you know, just like that. All they have is a cord to pull, and the ambulance will come and pick them up after they are gone. Okay? So I just want to quickly show you a case study of what we did. So as with design thinking, we start with understanding the client, understanding the user, understanding the human. We took them to Chinatown, Chin Swee Road. We knocked on doors. And you know what's amazing? They didn't shoo us away. They were so alone, they wanted to keep talking to us. So we got to say, Uncle, I got to go. Alright? But we understood they are very lonely. Alright? And we started to understand what is their social network. It's not Facebook. Alright? They're sitting down here and talking. And we had all these students from SP going there and talking to them, trying to find out what are their issues, what are their fears. There are people who are from Hougang, every day have $2 in their pocket, go all the way to Chinatown to have lunch. Smoke some cigarettes. You know, $2 can't buy you cigarettes. I don't know. Don't ask me how. Alright? After that, what they want to really do is interact with their friends. Guys, this is an important feature of Diploma Plus in Design Thinking for you to understand the user. Who are you designing for? Who are you trying to plan a new strategy for? Okay? Next stage, you come back, you present the analysis. This is ideation, come up with new ideas, and some are really far out ideas. You present your ideas, And then this is the platform you'll be working in, alright, in a studio. And you have tutors who will sit down and work with you and say, it is too far out, okay? We need to bring this to a discipline. So you'll be working with experts. And you work through the project. So the 4 hours is not there to, take your night away, because it is going to be quite taxing and we want to work this through bit by bit. And this was a project students came out with for elderly arthritic women who have difficulty walking and getting up. They wanted to design a cane. So we send them to the workshop and they're so happy. They make things. And this is what we call prototyping, right? This is made out of cardboard. This was the final, I think they made use of timber, right? So the workshop master helped them. It was a presentation. She looks very green, okay? And then they had a bit of an exhibition. This is the portfolio. You combine your processes together, and we hope this will be helpful, especially when you graduate and apply to the universities or for work, because there's an additional dimension to who you are and the type of projects you have worked with. What are we going to work on? We don't know. It could be a project about airport processes. It could be a project about cycling in the city, or about first-class cabin. I end here, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. 5, 4. Any questions? That's my last line. If not, thank you.